Why do you know Monophanie's cycle? Never mind that. Perhaps just lacking motivation is due to lack of hibernation.
Yeah. Ah. Really?
Is it because you want to watch it in real time? Father? He's gone into hibernation. We should let him be. Resume.
My head! Monotaro! Oh, you're so I feel like I'm forgetting someone important to me, but...
You're forgetting mommy.
My head! My head!
Have you forgotten? From this point forward, let's start a new life for ourselves. After all, our baby is excited to meet his daddy, you know?
Daddy? Wait, what?
Right now,
I'm gonna be a father?
threshold of an amazing adventure.
What a colossal death flag. I'll be surprised if he doesn't die after that.
More importantly, let's continue the conversation where we left off.
We understand Mew plotted the murder, but we need to find out who killed her.
Yep.
And in order to figure that out, we need to understand Mew's actions. So let's discuss her murder scheme step by step.
I know that's important, but hearing you lead the conversation really pisses me off.
Let's see. Mew manipulated the virtual world to use it as part of her murder plan.
Don't just ignore me and start anyway.
If she had succeeded, she would have gone past the wall between the chapel and mansion. And then wham! Murdered me on the roof with the hammer.
She would make the murder seem like it happened in the real world, and then pin it on Kaito.
As for Mew's alibi in the real world, she could say she was locked into the virtual world. And in the virtual world, she could say she was near the chapel the entire time.
She'd make an excuse about how she couldn't reach the mansion because of the fallen bridge.
Mm-hmm.
She dropped the bridge on purpose so she could separate the chapel from the mansion. Then secretly passed through the wall she installed and took advantage of the loop. After, she headed to where we were supposed to meet her, the mansion's rooftop. Oh yeah, Kaito was probably logged out around that time too.
That's when I saw Mew.
Problem is, because of her murder plans, we don't even know where she was killed.
She was killed on the roof, right? Kokichi told us the roof door was locked and that he couldn't get through.
But did she really get killed on the roof?
Maybe that when culprit killed her.
Was it a suicide?
That's probably what happened. The culprit killed her on the locked roof.
Did the culprit lock the door to the roof?
Perhaps. I don't think Mew did it. If Mew did lock it, she would have done it when she called Kokichi to the roof. Even if someone came up, I don't believe she would change the target of her plan. She knew that Kokichi would come up later. Locking the door would be suspicious.
Well, it's possible she didn't even think that far ahead. She was smart, but she was also really, really dumb.
No say such mean things! Killing game bad. Not Mew. Mew not bad person. Going to think we could have been friends, if things different.
That might have been difficult, even without this killing game.
That wouldn't happen.
Nuh-uh. No way, Jose.
Huh?
Anyway, let's continue the discussion. If Mew was killed on the roof of the mansion, the culprit must have moved Mew's avatar to the chapel after killing her.
It's too much work.
So the next thing we should talk about is how they moved her avatar.
Slid her
Now
off the
we know
roof.
The mansion and chapel were actually next to each other.
Oh, yep, that's it, that's it. They used the mat to slide her off the roof, and she landed over there with a hammer.
problem is the wall between them.
Only Mew was able to go through that wall. The culprit wouldn't have been able to.
Then you're saying the culprit sent Mew's avatar through that wall?
Yeah, that's the only way, right?
But how did the culprit send Mew's avatar through the wall? I mean, it's not like they could have thrown her.
Gonta, not throw her!
We know. You couldn't because the avatar's physical strength was equalized.
Physical strength equalized? That problem. Gonta no can protect everyone if that happens.
Jeez, keep up with us. We're already in the second half of the class trial.
How did they send Mew's avatar to the other side of the wall? Maybe that thing has something to do with it. You know, the loud sound you heard?
Yeah, so she slid off the roof, hit the wall. That's what it was.
Because of that sound, you guys went to the side of the chapel. Right, Keyboy? That's when you found the dead Mew there, right? If so, then I think that sound and her avatar being by the chapel are related.
Oh, I have to
was
pick two
wrong.
things. I see.
That's it!
There you go. That's more correct.
I think the sound came from Mew's avatar hitting the chapel wall. The hammer, cell phone, and lattice were there, but they were too small to make that noise. Ruling those out, the only other explanation is that the sound was Mew colliding with a wall.
If that's the case, Mew's avatar must have hit the chapel wall
Ouch.
really hard. We felt the impact all the way from the inside of the chapel.
Yeah, that's the real question. Mew's avatar probably hit the chapel's wall with pretty considerable force. But why did it hit the wall with such force? Can you guys figure it out?
Hold on, Kokichi. What's up with the way you're talking? Why are you talking like you know everything?
Let's not worry about that right now. More importantly, we gotta solve the mystery. Fighting among friends is a waste of time.
Friends? Us?
Anyway, can we talk about that after we figure this problem out?
A way of transporting Mew's avatar that would cause it to crash into the chapel.
Hey, Shuichi, as your partner,
I already know.
give you a little...
You don't. I don't need no hint. Come on now.
Yo, what?
Since the mansion was on top of a hill, the roof was pretty high
I
up.
already knew that. Come
Past
on.
the brick handrail, the roof was at a pretty steep slope. And the slope faced the chapel wall. On top of that, there was snow on the roof. If the culprit needed force to move the body, I wonder how they did it.
Slid off roof. There you go. Easy.
The culprit used the sloped roof as a slide for Mew's avatar. Slide?
Aw, man. Even with the slope and the snow, Mew's body wouldn't have slid.
Wrong. It would slide.
But the avatars can generate friction. We wouldn't have been able to walk otherwise. so I doubt that it would have had that much momentum.
No. It would slide.
It wouldn't slide, just like Maki Roll said.
It would slide, just like Shumai said.
Who the hell is Shumai?
Shoot my.
Oh, he's a pupil of Ramen Man. Sorry, my hobby slipped in.
It's the lattice. That's an easy one. Yep.
Even if her avatar slid off the roof, would it slide off that quickly?
Well, duh, it would.
If it made that much noise, it must have built up a lot of speed.
Yep.
Lots of snow piled up on roof. Not frozen solid, right?
You'd still slide, though.
In the real world, it might be difficult. But in the virtual world, perhaps not.
That's not the issue. Sliding down snow is easy to do. You just need a sled or skis to cut the friction.
There was nothing like that. That's wrong!
That's wrong. Kokichi's just setting me up to refute Kaito's points, isn't he?
Could have been used to help slide Miu's body. Do you remember the lattice that was found by Miu's avatar? The culprit laid her on top of that, then used it as a sled on the roof. I did notice the lattice in the storage room when I first looked. But during the investigation, I saw that it was gone.
The lattice that was found next to the chapel is the one that disappeared from the roof? Then that's it. The culprit used the lattice as a sled.
Ding, ding, ding! That's correct!
Correct.
After the culprit killed Miu on the rooftop, they placed her corpse on a sled and slid her down the roof steep.
The sled picked up speed, flew off the roof, glided through the wall only objects could pass through, and hit the chapel.
Right. Ouch.
The impact made all of her belongings scatter, including the hammer and cell phone.
Just like that hedgehog who loses all his rings whenever he crashes into stuff.
Sonic.
I hate that guy and his worldwide fame and his stupid games, and I hate that hedgehog!
Daddy, I'm glad you're feeling motivated again, but you shouldn't be so hateful. You gotta be an example to our new family.
Yeah, Father. Or should I start calling you grandfather now?
Now that we know how the body slid down, we're just one step away from the culprit. Well, Shuichi, do you know who the culprit is?
Nope.
Yeah.
But Gonta can't...
However, since we know she was killed on the roof, we can narrow down the list of suspects. Meaning, the culprit must be someone who was investigating the mansion. Aside from you, the people at the chapel could not go through the wall or cross the river.
So that means the suspects are Kaito, Samugi, Shuichi, and Gonta.
That's real sneaky, leaving yourself off the list.
Oh, you got me.
I don't know. You?
It's you.
Kokichi, there's something I need to know.
What do you need to know?
Why did you lie just now?
Which lie are you talking about, Shuichi? I lie a lot, so you'll need to jog my memory.
Fine. I'll expose your lie right now.
Oh.
It was that testimony that bothered me.
Oh, there it is.
I see it! When you were explaining that the door to the roof was locked, you said... But later, you said... That's a lot of specific information. Stuff you wouldn't know if you hadn't been there.
Oh yeah! Now that you mention it, how did you know all that stuff?
You could probably see the steep slope of the roof from outside the mansion. But you wouldn't know about the brick handrail unless you went up to the roof yourself.
Huh? What?
What's this all about, Kokichi? Did you actually go to the rooftop?
I didn't. I already told you that before.
Why you look so nervous?
Is this a sincere reaction?
He's not actually.
But there's no evidence that proves I went to the roof. Wait, I remember now. That thing Himiko said.
Me?
At the start of the class trial, I remember you saying the handrail was made of bricks. Ooh, you so clumsy, girl. Gotta be more careful there, Himiko.
Himiko really say that?
She totally said that.
No, she didn't!
Yes, she did.
She did not!
She did too.
Then when? Tell me how long...
What a worthless fight!
Stop them, Grandpa! Oh,
Yeah, grandfather! Stop them before your grandkid is born!
I'm not gonna apologize, cause Himiko said it.
So damn stubborn!
How much longer are you going to behave like this?
Kokichi in the salon? What was Kokichi in the salon again?
I've had enough of your lies, man!
I'm not lying. The rooftop door was locked and I couldn't open it.
So what did Kokichi do?
I turned back at once, of course. And stayed in...
I'll reveal the truth. Kokichi, you're lying right now, aren't you?
Huh? Lying about what?
Just before the murder occurred, I went to the salon to check on you, but you weren't there.
What? Really?
I waited there for a while. You never showed up.
What's this all about, Kokichi? Didn't you go right back to the salon after finding the roof door locked?
I see. You use underhanded tactics too, huh, Shuichi? So who are you guys gonna believe? Shuichi? Or me?
Naturally, they're gonna believe me.
Well, of course I'm gonna believe Shuichi.
I believe Shuichi 100%.
The one who's not Kokichi.
100 house points. No, Himiko points to Shuichi. But to go to the salon, Shuichi would need to pass by
Come
me in
on,
the dining
Tsugi.
room. I wonder why I didn't notice Shuichi there. Oh well, I'll believe Shuichi anyway. He's usually right about stuff.
Sorry, but I'm going to believe Shuichi too.
I see. I wanted at least Gonta to believe me.
What comes around goes around. That's...
Why do you guys hate lies that much? There's only one truth, but endless possibilities for lies, you know? And some of them are only white lies, or lies to be kind to people. If you deny all of that just because it's a lie, then that means you guys are just terrible at being lied to. Seriously, the worst!
Just spit it out already! You went to the roof, didn't you?
Isn't that where he met up with Miu?
No, he didn't just meet her there. He probably...
Okay, fine. I'll tell you if you want to know that badly.
Revenge?
You got some balls lying to me. I'm gonna take away your fun for pissing me off, Shuichi. I won't let you do any detective work, or deduction, or mystery solving, or anything.
Oh?
So, I'll confess everything. You guys better listen carefully.
Confess?
A confession? So you are the culprit after all.
I came up with a plan after Miu asked me to meet up with her. She asked me pretty eagerly, too. So I decided to pry some info out of her. She gave me the rundown of the virtual world before she explained it to you guys. As I listened, I realized she was planning a murder. On me, no less. When I investigated the virtual world, I found out that a person can die from shock. Without a doubt, she planned to use that for my murder. So that's when I decided to prepare my own crime with her plan. I pretended to cooperate with her and lured everyone into the virtual world. That's also why I worked together with Monokuma.
You worked together with Monokuma?
To say there was a secret there.
I guess the jig is up. Yeah, everything he said is true. Kokichi came to me with an idea to make the killing game more interesting. It was such a good idea, I decided to place a motive in the killing game simulator.
You added a motive? Then the secret of the outside world is the motive, right?
No fair! Monokuma can't take sides!
I didn't help him with anything, and I had nothing to do with the murder itself. He merely suggested a way to spice up the killing game, and I accepted. Kokichi and I had a quid pro quo relationship. Technically, that doesn't violate the rules.
Bullshit! No matter how you look at it, you guys are working together.
Shh, calm down. I'll explain my relationship with Monokuma, so let me finish my confession.
I'm fine with that, but you're confessing without much of a fight.
I told you. I'm gonna get in the way by taking away the mystery-solving fun. If I can't win this game, then I'll make it boring for everyone. That's my revenge. Well then, the culprit is Gonta.
What? Huh?
What did you...
Wait! When did Gonta kill Miu?
That's a lie! He didn't kill her! Kokichi's just lying!
Now you're trying to pin things on Gonta? Do you really expect us to believe such an obvious lie?
Yeah, there's no way Gonta could commit a murder this complicated. He's not smart.
It's my turn now. The truth is, Gonta and I worked together. We formed a duo to end this killing game. As the Killing Game Busters!
What Busters?
We must win this killing game in order to end this killing game.
What you mean, we?
By the way, I came up with a murder plan, and Gonta carried it out.
Gonta what?
Why are you more surprised by that than the first thing he said?
What'd you do?
'Cause Gonta have no idea what he's talking about.
Come on, quit lying and tell us the truth.
Gonta is telling the truth. He's not someone who lies all the time like you.
And no matter how naive Gonta may be, I doubt he would ever team up with Kokichi.
I mean, they did team up.
Yeah, not after insect meet and greet incident.
It's obvious what he's trying to do. Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, so Kokichi's trying to trick him. He's trying to sacrifice Gonta to escape from his crime.
He doesn't understand the virtual world, so he's taking advantage of that fact.
Person! How dare you use Gonta like that?
You're right. I'm sorry. I did something horrible to Gonta. I didn't want Shuichi to hog all the glory, so I told everyone the truth.
Cut that out. I told you it's not gonna work.
Don't you think I could have pulled the strings and made Gonta carry out my commands?
It doesn't matter if it's possible or not, because I say it's just impossible.
It does matter. There's no need to bring emotions into class trials. All we need is logical thinking. Right, Shuichi?
What? Gonta not understand what's going on. But still, Gonta not kill Mew. Gonta really not know anything. And also, Gonta not tell lies. And Gonta not make trouble for others. 'Cause that not how gentlemen act. That why Gonta not culprit.
Yeah, Gonta's not lying. I can tell just by looking at him.
I already used my magic to check. Gonta's definitely not lying.
Then let me ask you guys. If it's not Gonta, then who's the culprit?
You, of course!
Come on! There's already proof that I couldn't have killed Mew.
There's already proof?
Oh, did you forget already? Then let me make it clear again. Why I can't be the culprit!
Oh, hello.
I am not the culprit. Didn't I prove that to you guys already? The clue is how Mew is killed.
Mew got strangled to death, right?
Toilet paper was the murder weapon.
Mew would have totally resisted if she was being strangled, right? Then it would have been impossible for someone as weak as me.
You talking about the strength of your virtual avatar? That wouldn't matter if you strangled her from behind.
In which case, even if she did resist, the most she could have done is merely touch the culprit.
Exactly. She couldn't struggle much. So you could have kept struggling. That's wrong!
Yep.
Actually, maybe it wasn't possible for Kokichi to strangle Mew.
Why wasn't it possible?
Mew modified my avatar, so if she attacked me, I wouldn't be able to resist. If Mew touched me, then I'd be unable to move.
Huh?
So I would have had to kill her instantly, such as stabbing or hitting. I couldn't have murdered her by strangulation, because it'd be game over if she touched me.
Well, if you were using the toilet paper, you wouldn't need to touch her directly.
But if you can't be touched while you're wrapping the toilet paper around her neck, then it would be impossible.
Which means, as long as she died from strangulation, it couldn't have been me.
Wait! What if it was something besides strangulation then? Like,
There's no doubt Mew was strangled. We already discussed this.
Kaito is really desperate to make me the culprit. No matter how much you whine about it, you can't change the truth. The culprit who killed Mew is Gonta Gokuhara! This is the truth you all adore so much.
No! Gonta not kill Mew! It's true! You gotta believe Gonta! Gonta would never hurt anyone!
I believe you. You've been risking yourself to protect everyone. There's no way Gonta would kill. He won't even kill bugs.
I believe Gonta too. I'm not gonna listen to Kokichi's lies.
of course! Who'd believe a liar like him? He's lying about Gonta being the culprit, so there's no point talking about it. Right, Shuichi? You think so too, don't you?
Huh? I know how important it is to believe, but as the ultimate detective, I know we can't solve this case with belief alone.
Huh?
It's just that something doesn't add up. I have this feeling something's off. We can't keep going back and forth like this. We need to discuss this.
What, you wanna suspect Gonta?
Too bad, Kaito. Looks like Shuichi agrees with me.
No, I'm not trying to...
Oh, the irony! It's all thanks to Kaito that Shuichi got his act together as a detective. And now, Shuichi's intuition as a detective has made him more suspicious of others. Well, can't be helped. That's just what a detective does.
That's not it, Kokichi. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone
Shuichi, Gonta really not do it. Gonta not culprit. Please, believe Gonta.
Thank you for the follow, Tarks Falvi.
We might as well discuss it.
What?
As a precautionary measure, that's all. I think we need to seriously discuss whether Gonta was capable of committing this crime. Only then can we arrive at a logical decision.
You guys, why don't you get it? That's just what Kokichi wants. He's just trying to split us up. Shuichi, open your eyes!
But...
2 for 1 truth special!
Oh, this is where we have to
Sorry
do
to
the
ruin
split
this
decision.
tense moment.
Okay.
So,
Alright, let's do
We're
this.
gonna do that.
Shuichi, what?
We have odd numbers. How many?
Kaito.
Okay, let's do this. Split opinion. It's only us three?
Shuichi, are you saying that Gonta is the culprit?
I've got this! I can't say for sure he's the culprit. I'm saying we can't rule it out.
Gonta is such a sweetheart. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Kokichi!
Don't you realize these so-called sweethearts can commit crimes too?
Would Gonta have even made it to the rooftop without being noticed?
Kibo! The entrance hall is all that separates the rooftop from the mansion exterior.
There should have been witnesses at the entrance hall.
I've got this! No, none of us were in charge of the entrance hall.
But Kokichi confessed he was working with Monokuma.
Kokichi! I did cooperate with Monokuma, but only on a temporary basis.
It's all a lie. Kokichi is the one.
Kibo! That isn't possible, because Kokichi's avatar had special settings.
Gonta not kill me!
I've got this! The truth is, Gonta could have murdered Mew.
Ooh, there we go. Flawless. Didn't have to do it again.
This is our answer!
Damn, it's only us three debating against them? Damn.
In my opinion, as long as it is possible that Gonta is the culprit, we have to discuss it.
That's ridiculous. You're going to believe Kokichi over Gonta?
That's not it at all. I just want the truth. If we're going to survive, I have to find the truth.
But Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit.
I still don't think Gonta's lying.
But didn't I tell you guys already? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically. Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit. That's why it hurts my heart to persecute Gonta like this! Gonta, if you understand, then do it right.
Logical arguments?
It means use your head to make arguments.
Use head?
What I'm trying to say is, if you aren't the culprit, then you gotta prove that you aren't!
But Gonta really not know.
I'm sick of hearing you say you don't know! God, why are you so dumb?
Gonta just want to help everyone, like true gentlemen.
You're a true gentleman? More like a true nincompoop.
Hey! Now that's just bullying.
Bullying? Yeah, so what? That's what you do in this game, right? You guys blame and gang up on me, but now you're gonna pretend to be good people?
No, I never ganged up.
Gonta, argue back already! Just make an excuse or whatever!
Stop it! That's enough!
Stop what? You mean stop the game? Hey, do you even know what you're saying?
Yeah, I know. What about it? I don't want to survive if it means I have to stoop to your level.
Oh, that's a low blow right there. Then just die in a hole for all I care! We want to live, so stop getting in our way!
Quit it. If you don't shut your mouth, then I'll shut it for you. Permanently.
Magi, please, calm down.
Sorry. It Gonta's fault everyone's so upset. But Gonta telling truth. Gonta really not culprit.
But is that really the truth?
Cause Gonta not know anything. Really.
Cut it out already! That's all you've been saying this whole time!
You're the one that needs to cut it out.
That's it! Did Gonta get into an accident in the virtual world?
Accident?
This is it!
Avatar error.
When we logged into the virtual world, an avatar user error occurred. An avatar user error? Ever since Gonta logged out, he's been saying, I don't know, I don't understand.
That's because Gonta doesn't understand the virtual world, right?
That's what I thought at first, but I think it's because of the error.
What you mean?
I don't know what the word is. Mess? Dash? Memory loss.
I believe it's possible that Gonta doesn't remember what happened in the virtual world.
Huh? He doesn't remember.
You started saying, I don't know anything, after leaving the virtual world. I think that's the result of some kind of memory error.
Oh, that's why it... Not even killing Mew.
What? That's ridiculous! Quit screwing around!
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
What do you mean he doesn't remember? He's just confused.
Gonta told us he was bad with computers, remember?
Memory or no memory, Gonta never hurt anyone!
No way Gonta's the culprit!
Oh boy. Here we go, mass panic debate. Let's do this. I like the music that they put in the background for this. Very nice.
Gonta never hurt anyone!
Remember because
Doesn't remember
Gonta wants to keep everyone safe!
You did it, but you don't
he would
remember
never
things,
kill a
right?
friend.
If there was a
Something we
glitch,
can just
Gentlemen,
assume?
gentlemen, protect friends!
should have affected all of us.
That's what that
Your lies aren't protecting anyone.
But because we're all
Gonta can't
okay,
even kill an
Not
insect.
lying!
that means there was...
Please believe Gonta!
There you go. Got it.
The cause of the error that affected Gonta's avatar is the 2 cords on the helmet used to log into the virtual world. I think that Gonta messed up something with the cords, causing the error.
If he mixed the consciousness and memory cords, then there'd be an error with memory. Like an error that won't let you bring your avatar's memories to the real world?
What? Gonta, do you think it's possible that you improperly connected the cords?
How Gonta's supposed to remember that?
He couldn't have messed it up. I said it over and over. Right is the hand you hold your chopsticks in.
Oh, but Gonta holds chopsticks with this hand!
That's your left hand!
What?
Looks like it's decided!
What's decided? He's wrong, isn't he, Gonta? You remember the virtual world, don't you?
Gonta not remember. Gonta not even go to this virtual world place.
He doesn't remember.
Gonta fall asleep when he put helmet on. When Gonta wake up, Mew dead. Gonta not know what happened. So, Gonta worry. Gonta not understand what everyone talking about.
No, it can't be.
But Gonta try his best to understand. Gonta imagine real hard.
That's enough, Gonta. We already know.
Know what?
We know that you totally forgot about teaming up with me and killing Mew.
Wait a minute! That lie! Gonta not kill Mew! Why would Gonta do that?
Yeah, it's a lie! I'll never accept this! And besides, Gonta's got no motive to kill Mew!
I already gave you my testimony on how I came up with the murder plan.
And I'm saying I don't believe you!
Kokichi, if what you're saying is true, why did you plan it this way? You wanted to plan the murder yourself, but have someone else carry it out?
Is the person who planned it also included as a blackened with the perpetrator?
Nope! Only the person who actually commits the murder becomes the blackened!
Then there's no incentive to just plan the murder.
But Gonta's such a gentle soul. Why would he agree to this?
He probably thought she wouldn't get hurt.
Hold on! That hasn't been decided yet!
Who cares about the motive? Let's vote for the culprit already!
I care about the motive.
Well, I don't care. Finding the culprit is more important in this class trial. Talking about the motive is meaningless. It's not necessary for this specific case.
No matter what you say, I'll never believe your lies.
We all agree that Gonta is the culprit, right? It would be impossible for anyone but him.
Impossible? Why?
It's pretty obvious if you use the process of elimination. Which means, Shuichi, you'll be my partner, right? Because if you don't face the truth, then we'll all die, right? And you don't want that, do you? Okay, let's begin!
Quit screwing around! I'm done putting up with your selfish bullshit!
Kaito, we should listen to his explanation. Our lives depend on it.
So, we can now take Keyboy, Himiko, and Maki off the suspect list. Shuichi, would you care to explain? I doubt they'll believe it if it came from me.
They couldn't get to the crime scene, could they?
The bridge from the chapel to the mansion was gone, and only Miu could pass through the wall. The three at the chapel had no way to get to the mansion, so they couldn't have done it. Kaito is the next one off our suspect list, and you know why, right?
He was logged out.
Kaito had logged out ahead of us.
Miu logged Kaito out from the start. But she did that to make us think the murder happened in the real world, right? Since we figured out the actual killing happened in the virtual world, it would have been impossible for Kaito, who had already logged out. Miu's time of death was around 6:30 in the morning. That's after Kaito logged out.
Kokichi's completely running the show now.
My synergy with Shuichi is super on point now, so let's move on to the remaining suspects. Gonta, Samugi, Shuichi, and me. Samugi and Shuichi can be crossed off. But what's the reason for that?
Basically. Yep, that was my first option.
Tsumugi and I are witnesses to each other's alibis.
Both of you heard Miu hitting the chapel wall, right? The culprit was definitely on the roof during that time, since they slid Miu down. Because of that, Shuichi and Samugi can't be the culprit. That leaves only Gonta and me as the remaining suspects.
Then you're the culprit!
Sorry for getting your hopes up, but didn't I already explain that's impossible?
If Miu touched him, he'd freeze in place. Kokichi wasn't capable of strangling her.
So then, it's down to one person. And who was that again?
Gonta.
Well, who is it?
Don't answer, Shuichi! You don't need to answer that! This is all Kokichi's trap!
Well, guess I have to pick him.
It's Gonta.
Shuichi?
Yep, Gonta is the only person who could have committed the murder. You get it now, right? That's the truth we were all reaching for. The thing you guys wanted so badly! A truth without any lies! Yu Iruma's killer is Gonta Gokuhara!
Really? Did Gonta really do it?
Jeez, is that really your reaction? It would have been fun if you went all crazy. But you forgot everything, so oh A culprit who can't remember their murder is pretty interesting. So, better than nothing. If Gonta remembered, his cover would have been blown so fast. Especially since he's an idiot.
Hold on. I still haven't accepted this. This has gotta be Kokichi's trap. I still believe in Gonta. He's not the kind of person who'd kill.
Kaito.
I already said this a million times, Kaito. You shouldn't use emotions to—
You want proof? I've got your proof! After Tsumugi and Shuichi heard Kibo's voice in the mansion, they ran outside. And who did they see out there?
Gonta.
Kokichi said it himself. When Miu's avatar crashed into the chapel wall, the culprit must have been on the roof.
I see. If Gonta's the culprit, it'd be weird if he wasn't on the roof.
It's possible that he fled the mansion after he heard the impact.
You'd have to go through the entrance hall to get outside the mansion from the roof. Is that where Shuichi and Tsumugi ran to when they heard the crashing sound?
Then maybe he jumped off the roof.
It's not possible. That rooftop was pretty high up.
Normally, Gonta could have done it, but his avatar wasn't strong enough. How about that? Now you get it, right? If Gonta was the culprit, there's no way he could have been outside the mansion.
Now you can't say Gonta's the culprit. Congrats, Gonta.
What? Really?
Gonta still could have technically done it. Kokichi could have been at the roof, holding it or something. Something along those lines.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
What?
Just because Gonta was at the mansion doesn't mean that he isn't the culprit. All the culprit needed was a way to get from the roof to outside the mansion.
Huh?
Looks like Shuichi got it. I'll leave the rest to him.
Kaito, I know how you feel. I know because we all feel it. But we have to face the truth. No matter how cruel that truth may be, we need to face it. To survive.
Whose side are you on, Shuichi?
Kaito, please!
Aren't you my sidekick? Was that just a lie?
Kaito!
Fine then! I'll tear that sorry reasoning of yours apart and wake you up!
Oh boy.
I'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? He's not the kind of guy who'd kill someone. Don't you know that about him by now? I'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? Damn it! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick?
I messed up.
Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Damn it! Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Saying the truth this, the truth that. There's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Saying the truth this, the truth that. There's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us, damn it! There's no way to leave the mansion from the rooftop!
Discovered toilet paper outside of the mansion.
Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Damn it! There's no way to leave the mansion from the rooftop!
Okay, I messed that up. God damn it.
Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Damn it! There's no way to leave the mansion from the rooftop!
Toilet paper outside of the mansion discovered. What? What's the wording? Wait, toilet paper discovered outside.
We can't let it end here.
Discovered the mansion.
I'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? He's not the kind of guy who kills someone. Don't you know that about him by now? I'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? He's not the kind of guy who kills someone. Damn it! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Wake up, Shuichi! Damn it! Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? You say the truth this, the truth that. There's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Say the truth this, the truth that. Damn it! There's no way to leave the mansion from the rooftop! Who do you want to believe?
What's the proper wording?
Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember, damn it! There's no way to leave the mansion from the rooftop!
Sure.
Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh?
I swear I...
Saying the truth is the truth. Damn it!
Toilet paper discovered I swear I did that. Toilet paper discovered outside of...
It ends here!
I swear to God I did that. Unless I did it one part backwards. That was literally my first thing I probably guessed.
The toilet paper we found outside the mansion. That's what the culprit used to get from the roof to the ground.
The toilet paper?
The same toilet paper that was used as the murder weapon.
Oh yeah, I know which part I messed up. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
That's why we didn't find it anywhere else. Not at the scene of the crime, nor on Miu's body. It was outside the mansion.
Hold on.
Yeah,
if
it's a little
use
strange,
the toilet
but
paper as a rope to get down from
whatever.
the roof, then they need to tie it to something. But there was nothing to tie it to. I know because I investigated the roof.
You're stubborn, Kaito. You're still going on about this.
Of course I am. I'm gonna believe in Gonta till the very end.
No, there was something that the toilet paper could have been tied to.
What?
There! The binoculars on the rooftop. The toilet paper could have been tied there. However, I don't think the culprit actually tied it down there. They just hung it. And then used the doubled-up toilet paper to climb down. But in that case, they would have had to tug on it in order to take it down.
Yep, that's correct. Because I came up with that idea. But I thought I told Gonta to put the toilet paper back in the bathroom. Oh, I guess he ran into someone on the way and then threw it somewhere close by.
Ah.
Looks like Kaito's morale is shot, so this whole thing is done now.
The matter does appear to be settled.
It's...
So, it's true. Going to really kill Mew.
But I'm the one who came up with the plan. Anyway, just admit your crime, Gonta. Even though you don't remember, you still did it.
But why did Gonta do such a terrible thing?
Wait, before you start crying, you gotta admit your crime first.
Stop. I won't let you, Kokichi. If anyone is gonna get him to confess, it's me. Gonta,
Ooh.
I'm going to look back at the whole case one more time, okay? When you're convinced, you just let me know, all right? Let's end this together.
Okay.
Oh man. Feels bad. Toilet paper and cell phone. Well, these chibis are super cute, by the way. Cell phone. And toilet paper. Lattice used like a sled. Goes right here. That goes there. Map of the virtual world. To the signboard into the river is here. Mew smuggles in a hammer. That. That. Looking for this outside world. The binoculars and toilet paper go all the way over here. Shuichi goes there. No, wait, Shuichi's over here. Okay. And then I put Smoogie over there. Yeah, Gonta's is really sad. Well, not really sad, but done against his will, basically. And he doesn't
This is
even
the
know
truth
it.
of the case. The case began last night. After being convinced by Mew, we all logged in to the virtual world. To log in, you have to plug the memory and consciousness cords into the device. So, we all plugged those cords into our helmets and entered the virtual world. But the culprit had accidentally plugged their cords into the wrong ports. Because of this, a connection error occurred between the culprit's brain and their avatar. As a result, the culprit would forget everything that happened in the virtual world. It's possible that this had an effect on their avatar's personality as well.
Really?
Because I can't believe that someone so kind could commit murder. But we had no idea this error even happened. And so, we all logged in one by one. Meanwhile, Mew was the last to log in. She had modified the killing game simulator so she could accomplish a specific goal. After Mew confirmed we were all logged in, she took out the bottle of poison and placed it on Kokichi's seat. This was done to make it look like Kokichi was killed by poison when we returned. Yes, the reason Mew modified the simulator and brought us to the virtual world was to kill Kokichi in the virtual world, but make it look like he had died in the real world. After we had all logged in, Mew explained the world to us. Use the salon phone to log out. Objects are unbreakable. Your avatars use all 5 senses. She also explained the map of the virtual world in the mansion's entrance hall. But her explanation was intentionally false. She wanted us to misunderstand the world. However, one of us was able to see through her scheme. The very person Mew was trying to kill, Kokichi. Kokichi was going to use Mew's plan against her and plotted her murder. But Kokichi wouldn't do it himself. He used a patsy to be the culprit in this case. Kokichi was tight-lipped about the motive, so I don't know why the culprit agreed.
Yeah, why did he agree? I want to know.
But it seems as though right after logging in, when Kokichi and the culprit went outside, they were already working together to execute the murder.
I think he was probably said
Eventually, we met up with Kokichi and crossed
like, he
the
was
river
trying to
the
murder me,
chapel.
so just protect me, okay? Or something like that. Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Mew had us split up to try to find some secret of the outside. Kaito, Kokichi, Gonta, Tsumugi, and I investigated the mansion, while Maki, Himiko, Kibo, and Mew investigated the chapel. Splitting us up was also part of Mew's plan. At the chapel, Mew told Maki that she was going to look around outside. She chased after our group while we were heading toward the mansion. Once she made sure we were across, she dropped the bridge into the river. This was to trick us into thinking that the river separated the mansion and chapel. At the time, we thought nothing of it. It was just another one of Mew's pranks. That's why we continued with the original plan to find the secret of the outside world. we went to the mansion and split up to look for clues. Kokichi searched the salon. Kaito searched the roof. Tsumugi searched the dining room. I searched the kitchen. And finally, the culprit searched outside the mansion. Around that time, Mew was headed for the wall that was on the side of the chapel. She passed through the wall and headed for the mansion to kill Kokichi. You see, the wall was a special wall that Mew had added herself. This wall was programmed so that only objects could pass through. And Mew had changed her avatar settings from human to object. That was the hidden route she prepared for herself. She set up a wall that only she could pass through. Mew headed toward the mansion, but she was seen by Tsumugi on the way. When she entered the mansion, she pulled out her cell phone. She didn't tell us that there was another way to log out. Then, she spoke a name into the phone, which forced that person to log out. It was Kaito who was on the roof at the time, the same roof where Kokichi and Mew were going to meet. By having Kaito search the roof and then forcing him to log out, she was making him look the most suspicious. But her plan didn't go smoothly. Kokichi was waiting on the roof with a culprit and the toilet paper used to kill Mew. While Mew was distracted by Kokichi, the culprit snuck up from behind. And used the toilet paper from the mansion's bathroom to strangle Mew. This was only possible because objects in the virtual world are unbreakable. Mew's avatar was strangled to death, and the shock killed Mew in the real world. After the murder, Kokichi left the cleanup to the culprit and left the roof. He probably returned to the salon as soon as he could to avoid drawing suspicion. The culprit then took the lattice from the storage room and placed Mew's body on top along with the hammer and the cell phone. The culprit heaved the lattice over the railing and forcefully slid it down the roof slope. With a body on top of it, the lattice became a makeshift sled and flew off the roof. It went through the wall that only objects can pass.
You would think she'd have like
before
a head injury
crashing
after
into the
that.
chapel. That was the crashing sound that Kibo heard in the chapel, and we heard it. Mew's wall hid the fact that the mansion and chapel were actually right next to each other. That's why Tsumugi and I were able to hear the crash from the mansion. As the final step, the culprit had to then get off the roof. Because we were at the mansion, they couldn't take the stairs or they'd be seen. So they used the toilet paper again to escape from the rooftop. They hung the toilet paper from the binoculars on the roof and used it like a rope to climb down. Once the culprit was safely on the ground, they pulled at the toilet paper to retrieve it. They would have returned it to the bathroom, but they ran into us as we were leaving the mansion. In a panic, the culprit tossed the toilet paper somewhere nearby. Without that one little mistake, we might never have solved this case, because the culprit doesn't remember.
Isn't that right, Gonta?
This is the truth you've forgotten, Gonta Gokuhara, the ultimate entomologist.
Feels bad.
Gonta, this is the truth we've reached.
Sorry. Gonta not really understand, 'cause Gonta not smart boy. But if everyone agree, then everyone probably right. Gonta, trust everyone.
Gonta.
But why? Gonta kill Mew, forget everything. Gonta even think he not do anything bad. And then Gonta tried to blame someone else and make everyone suffer. Why? Why Gonta do such terrible thing?
Cause I told you to, says Kokichi.
Gonta, it's not your fault.
It's Kokichi's fault. He must have tricked Gonta.
Huh? I totally didn't trick him. Before we go into that, it's voting time. We should finish up the class trial first.
But is this the right answer? We're not being fooled by Kokichi?
For once, I wish that we were.
Huh? Wrapping things up already? What a buzzkill of it. Well, after so many killing games,
It's just as well. This killing game is a bad influence on the baby.
Oh my, Monotaro. You're even...
Yeah! I gotta get my act.
now then, pull yourselves together. The heart-racing excitement.
Voting time. Guess you gotta vote.
It's
Is it gonna be split between like Kokichi and Gonta? Oh. Damn. Ouch.
who'll be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, I'll take it.
Absolutely right! Let me hear your joyful voices!
Poor Gonta. He's gonna die even knowing he didn't. Even knowing
Let me hear your joyful voices!
he doesn't know that he killed her.
Damn.
Or doesn't remember.
Yay! And another thing. Here.
And I said I'd put the secret of the outside world into the killing game simulator.
Oh.
What was that?
Hey!
What is the outside world? Is it the motive you gave Gonta?
Oh, I see.
Huh?
Please stop! All right.
Huh?
Because...
But
Huh?
Gonta's memories didn't transfer over, so they're still in the virtual world as data. I can combine Gonta's consciousness from his last login with that leftover memory data. Ta-da! Alter Ego Gonta is now complete!
Alter Ego Gonta.
Alter ego?
Basically, it's a separate Gonta that only exists in virtual space. If we listen to what he says, we should be able to find out what happened in that world.
Huh? What this? What happening?
Alright, so spill the beans, Alter Ego.
Huh?
What's that mean?
What sort of phenomenon is this? What did you do?
Hey,
Relax, Himiko. It's not a magic trick and it's not a trick. Alter Ego Gonta is just a computer simulation. It's just imitating Gonta Gonta's thought patterns. It's actually different from the real Gonta.
Now then.
Plus, he's got Gonta's memories of the virtual world, so he should remember what happened.
Please. Why?
Why did Gonta kill Mew? Huh? Kill Mew? What does other Gonta know about?
Oh, man.
Oh, Gonta.
Gonta no could save everyone?
Huh?
Save everyone?
Gonta don't know.
Gonta, why did Gonta kill Mew?
Wrong.
Gonta just want to save everyone. You want to save everyone?
That's...
Gonta.
How can Gonta be useful for everyone? Gonta's not smart enough to help with trials. Gonta's strong, but no can fight Exizals. Gonta feel frustrated because Gonta no could do anything.
Yeah.
Technically, they are the same person.
But
they think they have to do it for everyone's sake. Gonta think you gotta do it because everyone else not wants it.
Gonta.
So Gonta kill Mew.
What? Oh.
Gonta is bad at explaining as always. I guess I'll have to help. If you remember what happened at the time.
Huh? Yeah.
After working tirelessly, I finally found the door for the card key. After opening it, I saw the outside world.
What?
Outside world?
What?
That was Monokuma's motive? But why'd you seeing the outside world be a motive? I'll tell you guys in a second, but that was when I found about Mew's plan. And it hit me. If I combine the two, then I'd be able to save everyone.
Please wait.
Hey.
Anyway, that's when I made a deal with Monkuma. It's a kill game. Then he would let me use the outside world as a motive again.
Huh?
Again?
In other words,
the motive keycard that Kokichi nabbed was the right to view the outside world. But even though he saw the outside world, he didn't try to use it for the killing game. That disappointed me, but then Kokichi suggested that we reuse the motive. He said that we should bring back the right to view the outside world one more time. Now I decided to run with that idea. So I loaded a flashback light with memories of the outside world and put it in the simulation.
Huh?
What?
The secret of the outside world in the virtual world was about the flashback light?
You know.
And if it was a flashback light, it would mean the secrets of the outside world is part of our forgotten memories.
Huh?
What are you saying?
Wait,
But why would anything about the outside world be a motive in the first place?
Incomprehensible.
Oh? You get it?
Monokuma hid the flashback light in the simulator, but I knew where it was hidden. And I showed it to Gonta in the virtual world.
hey!
to tell you the truth,
I just placed it. I never actually said I hid it.
too bad.
If anyone had asked, I would have gladly told you where it was.
Always messing around.
So when Kokichi and Gonta leave together, the Gonta can watch Kokichi so he not do anything weird.
Could it be?
Maybe.
Gonta.
After that, Gonta got taken to Forest near his mansion. Is this flashback light? It looks like it. Maybe the secret of the outside world is hidden in it? Wait. Are you sure you want to believe a liar like me so easily? This might be a trap, you know. Shouldn't you check if I'm lying first? I mean, you want to protect everyone, right? This is the perfect time to do it.
this happen?
And there, Gonta remembers secret of outside world, but that just confused Gonta more about what to do. If he wants to save everyone, he should put everyone out of their misery. In other words, mercy kill.
What did you say?
No way!
Was Gonta tricked? He was tricked.
Wrong.
It's when Gonta remembers secret of outside world, Gonta think it would be easier to die. Remember what everyone said at the beginning? That this academy is hell? Gonta agree. Academy that forced students to be part of this killing game is hell. So everyone think that they want to escape this place, right? But if it's still hell outside, what do we do?
Huh?
What do you mean, Gonta? Inside is hell, outside is hell. What should Gonta and friends live for?
How'd this happen?
And everyone who died, what did they die for? It's hell outside and hell inside.
But...
And then Kokichi told me, best way to save everyone from hell is to put them out of their misery while they still not know. And the only one who could do such dirty work is Gonta.
Yeah.
The only way you can save everyone is to free them from this hell. Gonta took on the dirty work for us. If he had survived this class trial, he would have lived in this hell alone.
Get it?
Gonta took on that role for us. Shouldn't we appreciate him more?
Hold on!
What outside world are you talking about? It's hell out there? What do you mean? Did Kokichi and Gonta see? What did we forget?
Hey!
Right?
Gonta, what pushed you to do such a thing?
Please.
Answer Gonta.
Sorry!
Why?
Can't tell us? Why? Because if Gonta tell you, then everyone will end up like Gonta. Everyone despair.
Huh?
Despair? I know it. Give away despair that makes you want to die. Despair that makes you want to put everyone out of their misery. Do you think that kind Gonta would tell you about such despair from his own mouth? But now we don't know any more than when we started. Now you know how Gonta and I formed the Killing Game Busters, right? Then can't you accept everything about this case? You can imagine the rest, right? I used Miu's plan and turned it against her. I hid Gonta away from sight, where Miu and I were supposed to meet. Yeah, you're right. My inventions will change the world. It's my duty as a genius inventor, so I can't afford to die here. Don't be sorry, Gonta. She was trying to kill me too. She said it was for the world or whatever, but that was just a poor excuse. We're doing this to stop the vicious cycle of misery, so you don't need to apologize. Gonta's so sorry, Miu. I already said you don't need to apologize. We have to do this for everyone's sake.
It can't be.
Gonta would never.
By the way,
You should know that it was Gonta's idea to slide the body to the chapel wall.
Huh? Gonta!
Before Gonta went to the roof, he happened to see Miu walk through the wall. Gonta told Kokichi and you think of everything else.
but...
Gonta gave me that chance. I'll have to think. We make a pretty good team.
Stop it!
That's the whole story. That's everything that happened.
Well...
So in the end, you don't plan to tell us your secret of the outside world.
Sorry!
Always messing around.
I mean, hearing that story, it sounds like you were tricked by
How
Kokichi.
can this be?
But Gonta did kill Miu. Gonta really did it.
Sorry!
Sorry everyone. Gonta is so sorry. Gonta's plan to save everyone fail. Gonta not save anyone. Gonta just make everyone suffer more.
Gonta, idiot!
Gonta tried to save us all from despair by taking on the sin of killing us, but you reached for the truth. And Gonta's plan failed. All of you could have been saved if you died without knowing anything.
Huh?
So you're saying it was wrong to fight for the truth?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. At least Gonta and I think so. You all should have died ignorant. Gonta even killed Miu for that sake, you know?
Don't screw around!
Please stop!
Because Gonta kills someone, Gonta is murderer. It's true. Yes, Gonta make everyone suffer. That is true.
Sorry.
Gonta is sorry for being stupid. Gonta is sorry he make everyone suffer. Gonta is so sorry. You're probably all thinking that I should have taken on the dirty work and like Gonta, right? Everyone hates me, so the role of villain is perfect for me.
I know that!
But when I realized Miu was targeting me, I thought to myself, she must already have a way to prevent me from fighting back in the virtual
I
world.
suppose.
In fact, you were right. She set it up so she could paralyze you with just a touch.
So am I!
That's why I had to ask Gonta. I would have done it myself if I could.
That's enough!
Okay, but you didn't need to push everything onto Gonta too.
Please stop!
Someone as stupid as Gonta could never be a gentleman.
Hey, hey!
Huh?
And another thing.
So am I!
Huh?
I know that!
I'm prepared for it. If you're gonna execute Gonta, then it's okay, Kokichi. Please let Gonta sacrifice himself for everyone's sake.
But...
Just promise Gonta that everyone forgive each other and be friends, okay?
Okay. Ah. Yeah.
The contractions are speeding up any minute now.
Honey. Now then.
Gonta!
No.
Gonta not cry. Gonta is really not scared, but
How can this be?
Gonta upset. Gonta upset Hino could protect everyone.
It's punishment.
Sorry, everyone.
Gonta love you all.
Gonta, idiot!
Gonta is so sorry for being stupid. Phew. Pretty sad, man. Wild West insecticide. Is she gonna explode? What? Ooh. Ow. Ouch. And gets burned? Jeez. Hey, so the monocubs are dead now?
Thrilling.
All my little cubs have been destroyed.
Dang it.
Why?
Because they've been acting all buddy-buddy and neglecting me.
But how?
Got a minute?
Doesn't matter now, we don't have the time to give them attention.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna walk away quietly and go mourn my dead kids. Later! Poor Gonta.
Got a minute?
Kokichi, why don't you tell us now? What is the secret of the outside world? If we don't know it, then we won't be able to understand or accept it.
What was that?
What kind of secret would push Gonta that far? Kokichi, if you really cared for Gonta, explain yourself to everyone, and I don't want to.
Huh?
I don't want to, stupid head.
Kokichi!
Oh man, did you fall for all that fake crying? You're so dumb! I would never cry for Gonta!
What?
Because...
If I said the actual truth back there, Gonta would have been real mad. That would have been interfered with the game, so I simply lied to calm him down. See, as long as you lie for a good purpose, right?
What? Hey!
What do you mean, what really happened? What did you make? Why did you make him do that? Obviously, it wouldn't be boring.
Huh?
I gave Gonta an incentive because I thought it'd liven up the game. It actually wanted to save. If I actually wanted to save everyone like what Gonta did, I wouldn't have betrayed Gonta. You should have realized that.
Hey!
cares about that idiot? I want to enjoy this game filled with suspicion and betrayal from the bottom of my heart.
Kokichi gave us one of his creepy smiles. When I saw it, I finally saw Kokichi for what he really is. Malice. His entire body nothing but raw and unfettered malice.
I am the supreme leader of evil, so it's obvious my personality would be twisted. The more you suffer, the more I enjoy it. There are people in this world who spread grief and misery for no reason than the thrill of it. And I'm one of those people. Nothing pleases me more than inflicting pain on others!
You?
What the hell do you think you are? For your own entertainment, you sacrificed Miyu and Gonta?
You're so dumb!
What's so bad about that? You kill people for money, right, Makiro?
You bastard!
Someone like you has no right to call me Makiro.
You wanna die?
You look so much better with a scale on your face, Makiro. Miyu and Gonta wouldn't have died such meaningless deaths.
Don't screw around!
Kaito screamed and sprinted up to Kokichi like a bullet and smacked him. A dull thud resounded through our skulls.
Oops, sorry. I tried to dodge you, but I punched you instead.
Kaito!
You?
By the way, Kaito, is it just me, or are you way slow? Maybe, just maybe, Kaito is hiding something from us too.
Kaito!
Kaito kept coming at him and Maki glared at Kokichi with piercing eyes.
Wait a minute.
For someone who claims to be bad at fighting, you were pretty agile just now. And you believe the lie like that?
You bastard.
You really want to die, don't you?
Let's have more fun.
Did I finally provoke you enough? Is it because of Kaito?
Maki.
Maki wouldn't lose her cool for a guy like Kaito. He's way too pathetic. He's all bark and no bite. Let's face it, the ultimate astronaut is just a trainee anyway. Kokichi never got to finish his provocation. No one cared what he had to say anymore. They all rushed to Kaito's side.
Are you alright?
Sorry.
Oh?
That's wrong!
Hmm?
No.
Kaito always has us by side, see, but no one wants to be around you. You're alone, Kokichi, and you always will be. Talking about friends? Friends don't make this game more
Oh, man.
I'm no longer interested. I don't care anymore, but I will tell you this. The one who will win this game is me. Cookie spat out those words and left the room.
Kaito! Huh?
Hey!
You don't look well. It didn't seem like he punched you that hard, but...
What?
Did you hit your head or something? I'm okay. It's fine.
Okay?
I said I'm fine. Kaito doubled over, his knees gave out, and he collapsed hard.
What?
Kaito?
Blood? Why? What's the matter, Kaito?
Come on, don't freak out over this. It's nothing. My cold just got worse is all.
I didn't know that coughing up blood was a cold symptom.
You're a robot and you don't know that? I'm saying it's fine. Just chill. I just coughed too much and cut my throat or something. I don't know.
As he spoke, he somehow got to his feet. I just need a drink of water. Sorry, but I'm gonna head back to my room.
Kaito!
Shut up!
Huh?
I can walk on my own. I don't need your help, Shuichi. Kaito staggered off.
Well...
I'll go with him. It would be bad if he collapses on the way. Right, we'll leave it to you then. Don't worry about it, Shuichi. Kaito was just stressed out is all. Why did it end up like this? I thought I could help. I wanted us all to survive, and I wanted it so damn bad. I kept fighting for it, fighting for the truth. This is what I get? By trying to survive, we're just playing a stupid game. Just like Kokichi.
Damn it!
Well.
It's almost time. Yeah, It's almost time. This should be enough. I'll end it. Now is the time I'll end this killing game.
What are you gonna do, Kokichi Oma? This world is mine, Kokichi Oma. So he's been writing it? Down to 7. Oh boy. Getting closer. Virtual remake. Empty insect cage.